Also in cases where the life is cut short by a violent death or an unexpected accident, the jiva, that's our body, our individual soul, resumes the thread very soon. This was so in the case of an Amritsar girl, Mahindra Kumari. She was reborn 7 months after her death in October of 1939. So strong was her desire to reunite with her brother at the time of death. Usually in some cases of immediate rebirth, the jiva can remember many of the events in their previous life. It recognizes its former relatives, its friends, and identifies old home and familiar objects. This sometimes leads to very queer developments. There are some instances where a murdered person, being reborn, has declared the manner of his death and revealed the identity of the killer in the recent past. Here's an example of this. Dharma Raja reported on March 23rd, 1936, in a village in Gwalior, that the village Patwari offended one Thakur Chotli law by making some false entries into the village records, prejudicial to the latter's request or interest. To avenge the wrong, Thakur trapped the Patwari in an ambush, shot him in the chest, and severed the fingers of his right hand. Some time later, a son was born to a person at a place 14 miles from the scene of the murder. The child had a gunshot mark on his chest, and the fingers of his right hand were missing. When the child could speak, the father one day asked him if the Creator had forgotten to make the fingers in jest. The child at once replied, that Chotli Lal Thakur had shot him in the chest, severed the fingers, and he gave exact details of the incident, which was then verified. So a reincarnated individual had at times unerringly gone and uncovered treasure who had been hidden away by him or her. In the vast majority, the memory is not present because we tend to take time and review. This is really a blessing conferred to an all-wise being.